Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we have the new pet and Yellow Guild Wars. The new pet, Shrunken Head. Don't think it has any stats that are relevant or anything. Probably just a kingdom bonus, and looks good on your shoulder. That's usually with most pets. There's only like 2 or 3 that actually do something worthwhile. So, new pet looks cool. And I'm doing a speed run on it, and I actually get a new PB, which in the speed run world stands for personal best. So this is the fastest I've ever gone on a pet rescue speed run. So put it at the beginning of the video because when you submit to speedrun.com, you want to make it easier for them. You don't want to make it harder. So put it at the front of the video instead of the middle or the back, so they have to look for it, because they don't care what else you got on your video. They just want to find the speed run and get it over with. I found that out when I submitted like 3 different attempts on the same video, and the one that I wanted to submit was like the second one or the third one, and all they counted was the first one. They didn't even care, even though I wrote in the description, hey, the one I'm submitting is the second one, not the first one. They still just counted the first one, so they're not gonna go out of their way to figure out what you're trying to do. So just do one, just show one, just put it at the beginning, and that's it. They pretty much only want to see from start to finish whatever you're submitting and nothing else. So Phoenicia, still the reigning queen of pet speedruns, so let me see here what the #1 guy's using. The #1 guy, wow, he's using Garuda. Or no, it was Garuda that he killed, I bet. Let me see here. Oh, yep, Phoenicia. Writhing Staff, Phoenicia, Mirage Queen, a Leprechaun. So, yeah, the only other tips I can give for Phoenicia is, or for pet rescue, we have a lot of stats right now. It's Guild Wars week, so we did a lot of like guild tasks. We got a little bit of extra stats this week. The best time to do a pet rescue speedrun would be if Phoenicia has extra stats. So on her week, whatever kingdom, and at the end of the campaign, you have a little bit of extra stats. So if those two would happen to line up, like all of her typings and kingdoms bonuses plus the last week of the kingdom would all line up together somehow for all kinds of extra stats, that'd probably be the best time to try it. But you also need Nisha medals, preferably 3 of them, because with the Mirage Queen half mana start, you don't need Anu, so you pretty much do need 3 Nisha medals to attempt pet rescue speedruns, because I don't know if you'd be able to clear that 5th battle in one shot without them. And even the 6th battle, I think I'm super close to clearing that 6th battle with one shot. And I was trying it this week. I almost tried it this week. I chickened out. But I still got a new personal best of 2 minutes and 38 seconds. It might be 2:39, 2:38, something like that. It's one of the two. Either way, it's a new personal best for me. The world record right now is 2 minutes and 7 seconds, so I'm slowly getting closer. I'm only 30 seconds off now instead of like a minute. And my previous was 2 minutes 43 seconds, so I just beat myself by 5 seconds, which is good in the world of speedrunning, which I'm not super deep in, but I like to dabble and dip my toe in every once in a while. Whether it's Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, or Gems of War, those are pretty much the only 2 games I do, but I'm okay at both of them. I'm on the leaderboard on Gems of War on every single leaderboard, and on Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, I can finish the game in under 2 hours. That's pretty good for a Dark Souls game. Maybe one day you guys will watch me do it, but you could watch it right now. It's on my channel. under 2 hours. I even explain how to do it on one of them. But yeah, here is Yellow Guild Wars. I think this is relevant to everyone right now, except for Switch, who's not even doing Guild Wars. And I'm not sure about Xbox, but I'm pretty sure PC Mobile had red yesterday, and so did we. So it lined up, second time ever, I think, that I'm aware of, that I've been, you know, watching and keeping track. But yeah, yesterday I know PC Mobile was red. So, and so were we on PS4. I don't know what Xbox was, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. I hope they will. So whoever is on Xbox, I think, like Tim or whatever, somebody. And that reminds me, I need to do a shout out, huh? Okay, shout out. Ready? Gotta go see. I know, so professional today. Wow. It's Tom. Pretty sure. Wow. I'm gonna have to give him another one. Yeah, shout out to Tom Grande, or Grand. I'm sorry, man. Tom, that's why I don't do last names. But yeah, shout out to you, Tom. Everybody needs to pray because Tom has just become a sinner. So please pray for Tom. He has now become a member. He hit the join button or the link in the description. It really helps a lot, and I really appreciate it, Tom. Hopefully you listened this far into the video. If not, I'll give you another short one tomorrow. I know these Wednesday, Thursday videos, not exactly ideal. Usually I'd like to give the shoutouts on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, or Sunday. But, hey, I'll give you 2 of them, I guess, Tom. I'll throw you into the beginning of the video tomorrow. But shout out to you. I really appreciate it. Either way, whether it was ideal shout out or not, I appreciate it. And that's the truth. So I'll give you another one tomorrow, Tom. Alrighty, thank you so much. If anybody else wants to join, blue join button or link in the description, and I will do a shout out for you as well. And second tier is videos early, third tier, make a video for you. Also badges, you get a new badge as you level up, and there's emojis only you can use being a member in the live streams, which we have on Monday or Saturday morning and Sunday morning for sure. Stuff like that. But yeah, yellow, I know I've shown Yellow Guild Wars a million times. Probably literally 6 or 7 times. But that's what was today. I'm doing what is today. I woke up this morning and my thought was, record your Guild Wars, and if you do well, we'll show it, and we'll do commentary on it. And then I did that, and I was like, okay, I did okay, so I'm going to record it. I don't want to tell you guys exactly how I did, because that spoils it, so keep watching. But I did okay, I'm going to go ahead with that. Also, we have a new pet, so might as well try a speed run on it. And both things went well, so I'm going to go ahead and put out a video. But yeah, Gorgotha, Doomed Axe, Divinish Bala, Quillen. You could probably switch this team up a little bit. I like it the way it is. It doesn't win 100% of the time though. It's like a 95%. But when it wins, it gets a ton of points. All the skull damage, the quick skull damage, just wrecking the enemy, finishing, using mana efficiently. I don't know exactly all the scoring anymore. I know how to score high. I just don't know. I know it used to be like finishing fully charged, and now people say in my comments that's not one of the criteria anymore. But this team does that well, so whether that's a scoring criteria anymore or not, it still does it well and does everything else well. So either way, you're covering your butt. Right here, I'm just making sure, looking for my turn. You should take your time on Guild Wars. Use the color of the day. Try not to die. Try to win and not lose. And that's what we know for sure. The main thing is using the color of the day. And then not losing. And then after that, don't lose a troop. And then after that, probably setting 24 different defense. And then after that, it's like mana efficiency, like, which I thought was finishing fully charged, which means you didn't waste mana, or you, I don't know. Yeah, pretty much not wasting mana, I guess, would be the way to describe mana efficiency. Like if you have a spell that does 1,000,000 damage and the enemy only has 1 damage left, and you have skulls too, use the skulls to finish them off, not the million damage spell, or something like that. You know, if you have no mana and you have your mana generator up, and I don't know, really I don't. All I know is don't kill an enemy with 1 HP with a 1,000,000 damage spell. I don't think that's how. I mean, if it's the only thing you got, you might as well, because you don't want to go a whole another turn, because that loses points as well the more turns you do. So you want to finish fast, using your mana efficiently while doing way more damage than you're taking, and not losing troops, using the color of the day, etc. I think Devour scores less points. I think instant kills might, but I'm not 100% on that. I know Devour does, because you don't technically deal the damage, you just... Anyway, hopefully you're learning something in this one, because I've done this team 1,000,000 times. Not even really explaining it, the team. Trying to explain Guild Wars scoring. Somebody had asked me about defensive points again, and I have a video on that. So there is a video on defend teams, PvP and Guild Wars, and their question was they're going against a guy that only has 1 person in their guild, and what was the question? Something about how they were winning every single time on defense, but they weren't getting any points, or something. And I had to explain, yes, you don't get points on defense, so quit worrying. Like, people worry way too much about their defensive teams. You need to get that out of your head. Like, so that is taking up way too much Gems of War thought process in your brain, like defends are. Get that out. The main thing with any defend is just setting it, and that's it. You don't have to win. It doesn't count. You don't get points. You don't get an extra 500 points if your defend team beats somebody. You don't. All you're doing is preventing them from scoring. It's like getting a block shot in basketball. If you block a shot in basketball, do you get 2 points on the board? No. You don't. If you get a sack in football, do you get 5 points on the board? No. In baseball, if you make a diving catch, do you get 3 points on the board? No. Defense is its own reward. It's like even in like MMA, when the judges are scoring a fight, you get points for punching someone in the face. You get points for grabbing someone and tackling them to the ground. You get points for attempting submissions, but you don't get points for blocking a takedown, or blocking a punch, or getting out of that position. You don't. The defense is its own reward. You don't get points for it. It's its own reward, because you're preventing them from scoring. So it's the same way in Gems of War. Same exact thing. Defense is its own reward. You're preventing them from getting points. So you're getting points for your offensive team, hopefully beating their defensive team. Then when they go to face you, if your defensive team wins, you don't get like 1,000 or 2,000 points, but neither do they if you win. They don't get any. So if you just scored 9,000 points with your team, and then your team prevented them from going 5-0, and they only went 4-1, you just prevented them from getting 2,000 points. That's just as good as scoring 2,000 points, but you don't score 2,000 points. You know what I'm saying? So these defensive people Just get it out of your head. Like, who cares about defensive teams? Who cares? Defense is not Gems of War. Offense is Gems of War. Defense is, on PvP, set it and forget it. Set something that's useful that people can beat. Don't try to win on PvP. Whatever the campaign troop is that they need to kill, set that as your defend, or fire bombs, or something easy to beat. Then in Guild Wars, it's set 24 different troops. That's it. If you want to go the extra mile, set teams that can win, but you're not getting points for it, by the way. But you're preventing them from getting points. So if you want to do defends the perfect way, then I don't know, dude. It's like doing a Jenga tower or something and pulling all the blocks out, but you're not satisfied because every like letter is not perfectly aligned on the Jenga blocks all the way up and down. Like, no, the point of the game is to pull the blocks out and see how high you can get the tower, not to line up the letters on the side of the and make it spell something pretty. No, I don't know what I'm saying, but you're doing way too much. Basically, is what I'm saying. You're doing way too much. You're thinking too hard about defensive teams. Quit worrying about it. Mini rant over. But yeah, this is just a team where you have to look for conversions. So you're getting up your Gorgotha so you can get up everybody else, and then you're looking for conversions. You're looking for mostly Divine Ishbala, turning red into skulls, or green into yellow, and then Quillen turning brown into skulls, or purple into red. And they go back and forth. They work really good together. If you cast Quillen, then you can usually cast Divine Ishbala straight after. And then sometimes you can cast Quillen again, and then Divine Ishbala straight after, then Quillen again. That's what you want to do. You don't really want to be... The axe is just there for... Like, I used it literally once or twice in this whole Guild War. Just happened to have purple alignment. It's nice when it happens, but don't expect it. You're mostly looking for Divine Ishbala and Quillen. Especially Quillen. If you can get Quillen, you want to cast it, because it'll make Divine Ishbala happen a lot of the time, or it will make Divine Ishbala better. But usually if I have both of them up, I'm usually doing Divine Ishbala first, because she has the enchant or whatever. So might as well get that little extra positive status effect. Then I'll cast Quillen. And by casting Quillen, you're also turning purple to red, which you could get a bunch of red on the board for Divine Ishbala. So I don't know. They go back and forth. It just depends. You're usually just going to either have one or the other. So whatever one has alignment is the one you're going to cast, basically. And that's the whole team, really. Get up Gorgotha as quick as possible. Then cast it. Then look for, usually, Divine Ishbala first, because she's ahead of Quillen, so she usually gets up first. So you're usually looking for her. Hopefully you get her. If you don't, keep looking. Maybe get Quillen up. Then you have two you can look for, plus your axe. So you're always looking for skulls, purple to skulls, red to skulls, or brown to skulls. You're always looking for that. And then on top of that, if you can't find that, that's the priority. If any of those are there, that's priority. Especially red to skulls, brown to skulls, then purple to skulls. That's your priority. If you can't find any of those, then you're looking for green to yellow and purple to red. And then if you have none of that, somehow, even though it's like 6 different conversions and you almost always have at least one of them, it does happen though. I think it even happened to me. Then you just cast Gorgotha, you clear the board, you hope you got it next time, maybe you'll get an extra turn. When you clear the board, you look again. You clear the board, and you say, alright, now do I have it? Do I have red to skulls, brown to skulls, purple to skulls? No? Okay, well, do I have green to yellow, purple to red, No, I have none of that. Well then, Gorgatha. That's the order you kind of look in. And like I said, it's not the best. It's not 100% infallible team, or because I've lost before with this team, like at least 2 or 3 times over many guild wars. It's cost me paragon before. It's not the. Some people have suggested maybe using rope dart instead. I just kind of like the way it has all these different conversions, and it can kind of loop and do skulls and loop and do skulls and loop and do skulls. And the way that Gorgatha has it cleanses itself, and it's in first slot, so you can't get entangled. I love that. Metals I'm using 2 Orpheus, 1 Anu. That might not be the best for this team, but it kind of like straps an extra diaper on your butt, so you don't get whatever frozen or something stupid. I mean, you'll still get frozen, but you have a better chance of cleansing it off. But if you have a cleanser that's a reliable cleanser that'll cleanse everybody, and also you scout. You don't see me scouting, but it's because I'm already using Orpheus metals, and what else would I do, depending on what I saw. But yeah, 9,562, even better than yesterday. Paragon of my top 20 PS4 guild in bracket 3. Bracket 3, pretty good. I think bracket 3, bracket 4, bracket 5, I think bracket 5 and up, you're doing pretty good. And any higher you get than bracket 5 is even better, obviously. So we were bracket 4 last time, now we're bracket 3. I'm paragon of a bracket 3 top 20 guild. And I always like to say that because it's fun. Looking at everybody else here, how they did. Only the top 27 scores count, by the way, remember. So if you got 3 duds in your guild, then their scores don't count. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully you got something out of this. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Thank you, Tom. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow or later today for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And yeah, look out for me tomorrow. And have a good day. Peace.